Hey everyone. Man, what a 10 days that Pamela and I had up at Ashley Lake Lodge, the great resort, Richard Wayne Hansen. I mean, really relaxing. Now, I did my 7K while I was there. I mean, I got my computer, had everything, got my got my cell phone, that's our business office. And uh but you know, I will mention for those of you that have not watched, which I recorded, I put there the interview I did with Richard Wayne Hansen about his dreams and visions and how they can become true, and yours can too. And it was all because of network marketing, right place, right time, right companies, and that's what we have in our hands. Now, what we do with it, that's up to us, but that's what we have. Then one of the main points, and there were a lot of them, but one of them, maybe it was a little subtle, is that we run into obstacles. Things change, things happen, and they can cause great frustration within us all. Uh, but you've got to fight through those things to achieve your dreams. You can't let it destroy your vision. If you focus on the obstacles, the the frustrations, it'll consume you. What you have to do is fight through. Now, one of those happened to Richard Wayne Hansen. For for decades, he had this eye on this property up in a Flat Lake area, Montana, beautiful, uh, largest freshwater lake, flatland lake, east of the Mississippi in America. Crystal, oh, it's just so beautiful. And Ashley Lake, now that's like huge. It's 2,850 acres that we overlooked that whole time. Beautiful. And then the Glacier National Park, just on the opposite side in the background, only 35 miles away. Now that's driving. As the crow flies, it's a lot shorter. Uh, that let's say as the eagle soars, it's a lot shorter. They uh, and I remember him talking about that, but he bought that because he 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 earned, saved a little bit of gold every month, and he always kept that, and he had that little pot of gold. Okay, and so that enabled him to be able to buy that plot of land, and he had his eye on for decades. And so when he went to get it, it was sold a few days before he went to buy it. Now that was a big disappointment. Can you imagine something you dreamed about for years, that you looked at, that you flew up, that you took time, you walked the ground, you saw it, you dream, your vision, you're going to own this, and it was sold just a few days before. And then he kept looking and looking and looking and looking 9 months more. And he purchased 160 acres right above it. Now, what he was buying was a lot less than that, but now he came into 160 acres right above it. So he looks down at his neighbor who bought the land that he was trying to buy, and their neighbors, and we got to meet them, uh, relaxing on their patio. But you know, we've got to fight through frustrations. We've got to fight through the things that will steal our dreams. And as a team, we can help one another do that. See, it's one another business. This is so what's so great about networking. We're family. We help one another. We support one another. We pray for one another. But you know, I've been with 7Ks since 2016, 2 weeks after it started. Uh, and so I've gone through a lot of change with 7K, and we got to change. Uh, and we're going to have more change in front of us. So, one of the things to do is never let change get in the way of your vision, your dream. Fight through them because things always get better. And things are going to get a lot better with 7K. It's just who's going to be there. Hopefully, you saw the training with Brian Chamberlain. You know, we're trying to get everything together. We're going to have a company-wide training of we're all doing some of the basic things all together as a company, as a team. You know, uh, if y'all been watching the Ryan Chamberlain's training, those of you that's in my group, you basically have heard all of this already. In fact, many of the scripts you're hearing, I've taught them from day one. Uh, heck, I think I was looking, I got 138 scripts or something like that that I've developed from my basic five. But, and that's how to pique interest. And I've taught from day one, it's how many touches you make a day. See, that's what's a touch is a peak interest. A touch is creating a new relationship. Even if it's to a total stranger, that can be a touch. Okay. So it's how many touches are you making? We can't be hermits and succeed in this business. We got to get out of that comfort zone. Even if we're at home, we can meet people because we got this new technology today. And we meet people all the time in different ways, different places. Uh, and so we have to adapt to learn how to do that. And it may not be comfortable, but we just decide that we're going to learn how to do it. And so I'm really going to hit the high points today because I want to talk about what's really important to success when you have the right company, right products, right timing, right marketplace. All that is there, and we've got that. We're no startup. We're well positioned in the gold and silver market. We're an entity to be reckoned with in the whole gold and silver future of the world, not just the US. So do you want to be a part of it is the key. Now, how much of a piece you want out of it, that can be individual. But believe me, you want a piece. You want a piece. And that's why I teach my 7 pieces of paper system. 2 years to learn, 3 to 5 years to build a big bang. 2 years to learn the basic skills, attitudes, and techniques, the SATs, of how to do network marketing properly. There is a right way. It is the words that you say, and it is how you say them. It is how you learn to ask questions instead of popping out a whole bunch of information. It is how to learn how to use tools. Let tools do the work. That way people get to see They don't have to learn a lot. They can fit this in, even very busy people. Will everybody see it? Absolutely not. That's why you got to keep making touches. That's why we all have to keep making, that's why I keep making touches. Oh, I've prospected quite a few people up in my total strangers now. I don't know them, but I get to meet them and I make the touch, and I've already put their name in the share links. I've already sent some videos that I've already seen they watched them. So my job is to follow up. Will they join? I don't know. But I say in my mind, they will eventually join. It's just a matter of when. Okay. Because see, I added them to my vault. Oh yeah, my vault, you know, with my names, with my links, with what I send, the dates, the things I teach, the things I do that I teach you to do. And until you start doing them, till you make that list of that 100 people in that spiral notebook, one per page. That's the first list. But that notebook, several of them, it has to grow to 500 over that 2-year period. See, that's a basic that is necessary to succeed. Now, I know some of you want to do it in a spreadsheet and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, you can do all that stuff. But a lot of us that aren't that computer literate with all that stuff, I like my old spiral notebook and write their names, telephone numbers, addresses, all that basic information in there. And then everything that I do with them, every touch, every contact, I make a note in my own little shorthand. Uh, Wealth strategies video, cool, wealthy, whatever, you know, what I sent them in the date or a date I had a conversation with them. Oh, the date they joined 7K, then put a big old, earmark that piece of paper, big old star on that earmark, member, okay? Because I want a notebook full of members. So do you, okay? That's what I'm going to talk about today. It's the most important thing that I want you to learn, and I stress this all the time. And I'm going to summarize some of the trainings we're about to have because they're going to be very important along with what Ryan is teaching for all of us. And so he's setting the basics there. So if you haven't seen it, it's some great peak interest scripts. So use them verbatim. But at the same time, I want you to learn about how to prospect with scripts. The what I call the manual, the the peak interest prospecting Bible. It's very short. I've given it to you many times. Uh, you know, and I've taken those scripts in a previous trainings and I've modified them for you and adapted them to gold and silver, our business. And so I'm going to go over that today too. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say today, okay? And then I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to tell you what I told you that I said. Yeah, that's part of learning. That's a great way to learn. Okay. So and I'm gonna talk a little bit about something else, a QR card system, and that hadn't gone away. This is going to become even more valuable as we all together start doing these things as a company. We're going to create our own individual momentum. We're going to create our team momentum, and we're going to create our company momentum. And momentum is when everybody has success. Everybody's happy, everybody's growing. It makes when you're touching people and they want to become part of something exciting and growing, and people making money and earning silver and earning gold. I mean, that's good times. I believe me, I've gone through them several times with 7K and in previous uh, life. Okay, so cards. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you better go back to that training, the 20-second system, and the dynamic QR code cards, the landing page. Uh, Believe me, I passed out these to every one of those persons that I talked to. Okay. See, I do what I teach. So let's 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 try and share my screen and get right to it. So I want to hit some of these highlights real quick. Okay. Uh, and one of the first ones that I want to hit to get us started here uh, is is another thing I'm really bringing back. And I've taught this. Well, look, the first 4 years, first 3 years. I mean, this is what I did. This is how we built our business, other than the peak interest scripts and the little videos that we use. And we had a different card, it didn't have a QR code in it then. But, you know, I'm really using our peak interest script again. And I did this several times in Montana with these strangers, with my $1 bill, my 1 ounce silver coin, and it's okay to have a handful of these suckers. I mean, Richard uses a tube of them. Okay, okay, but learning the script by grabbing their hands, I hold out your hand and placing that 1 ounce silver coin in their hand, and then saying, "Do you know what this is?" And most people kind of look at it, silver coin, silver dollar. Anyway, uh, you know, you tell them it's a 1 ounce pure 999 fine silver that you have in hand. Now let me ask you a question. If you had a choice, would you rather have just one in your hand, a handful, a shoebox full, a closet full, whole house full, or all you could get or none? Which would you rather have? And if they say none, you just take the coin away and you end the conversation. It's over. But most people will say, "Oh, I want a house full," or "I want a closet full," or "I want all I can get." And if they say a house full or closet full, you say, "Well, if you had your choice, you'd rather just a house full instead of all you could get," and kind of have a little bit of fun with it. Okay, and and but a lot of people say all I can get, and you say, "Me too." And you call them by their name because you've already met them, like Judy. "Look, I found a way that we can collect these silver coins, earn a little extra money or a whole lot of extra money, and have some fun in the process. Does any of that interest you?" Well, if they say no, take the coin away and walk away. It's okay. Or continue doing whatever you're doing, but it's okay. Believe me, this will pique a lot of people who do say no. They'll come back and tap you on the shoulder and say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean? What are you talking about?" Okay. So believe me, you get to say, give them rejection before they give you rejection. That's part of what I do in the psychology of my script. And when you say to them, "Would you like to know how?" Then guess what? You have several alternatives that you can do now. But of course, you can give them your card, and you can uh, Tell them you got your name, you got your website address in there, you got a QR code card, and you say, go there. It's going to tell you all about why you need to have gold and silver today. See, we don't have time to do the dollar bill and the 1965 and today. Okay, little analogy. But if we have time, we can do that. Okay, and then what you are looking for is to tell them about the website if you use the QR code to leave their name and number. See, right now, you don't have their telephone number. You hadn't asked them for it yet. But if your conversation leads to where you can get it and you can say you got this little 3-minute video, you'd be happy to send them. If they give you their name and cell number, you'll send them a link to it. Well, you use your share links. See, we're going to be able to do a lot of variations now. We're going to be able, I'm going to teach you how to combine all the tools that have been successful, proven to be successful, because we built a huge business with it. I mean, the script, we built a business with just the script. Okay. Now, I've got the 2 scripts, okay, because you can use the MS-70 collectible coin script but you have to carry around a collectible MS-70 Silver Eagle, you know, one of the collectors, the invention series. Okay. Uh, and you do the same thing. So I got both scripts. These are ones that we did, and many of you may not have even seen these scripts. You don't even know what I'm talking about because you just joined in the last 2, 3, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. Yeah. Because it's first 3 years we use these scripts almost exclusively. And my team did. Okay. I did for sure. Out and about. I even talk to total strangers this way. So I'll go and I'll give more detailed training on cold marketing, warm marketing, hot marketing with scripts. Again, integrated with the other series that we're doing with the vault and the peak interest scripts. Okay. So I'm going to do that. But while I'm here on this, I'm going to just say one more time, Eric War, the hottest recruiting scripts in MLM, free PDF, very short, 15 pages. You got your really, he says 8 steps, but to me it's 7 steps. But and you got your warm scripts, you got your, how you warm, how for prospects, you got how do you kind of warm up, how you compliment. These are the very, very basics. This is what I want you to become an expert in. I don't care if you read this once a day for 2 years. Literally. You think I'm kidding? No, I'm not. Do you have big dreams for success in network marketing? If you have big dreams and success in network marketing, you should be able to memorize this and recite it if you're not already good at piquing interest. See, this is the Bible of prospecting. Very short, very concise. And I wouldn't be giving it to you if I didn't believe in it. I have reread this book, the book, these few pages, and just look at it. I'm just kind of scrolling through it for right now, and I've made this available to all of you. And look how many pages it is. But how many times have you reviewed this in the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? How many ever long you've been with? See, if I'm reviewing this still, and many people consider me a master in the industry, but I'm still reviewing it. What does that tell you you should be doing? What does that tell you you should be doing? You can never get too good. Okay, and right here, I'll just show you some of the very basics that I gave our group at the very, very beginning. Okay. This is kind of what we worked with. Okay. And all I did was revise these scripts to what I've used all my successful career in doing networking. Okay, very simple. That's the first thing. That's what we did along with my coin drop scripts. And then, I took Eric War's scripts when I taught that, and I modified his, and I put them. All these PDFs are in our band apps. All of them are there. And get with your leaders to get with them, to get them if you don't have. Finding them is all part of success. Digging out stuff. They're all in the attachments in your team band apps. If you're in my team. If you're not in my team, I don't put attachments up on YouTube. Okay. But I taught these and they're in the teachings. So find them in YouTube and they're all there in previous teaching. Okay. So the information is always there. So all I did was take Eric Orr's hottest scripts, adapted the ones that I thought would be the best. And these are, by the way, the ones I use. Okay. So while we're here, we're just going to talk about what it takes to succeed. And it's my success system. This never changes. Now, some people take longer to learn than 2 years because they just don't do it. They don't do it right. Doing it right is what it takes. See, you've got to learn the basic skills, attitudes, and techniques the right way. And there is a right way. And you do it by doing. That's the best right way. But you got to have the scripts, you got to have the information, and then you got to do it. You got to fail at it a lot. You succeed in network marketing by failing a lot. I know that sounds so crazy, but you do. You succeed in network marketing by failing a lot. But look, this is what you've got to get a partner on your left and a partner on your right to agree to these 7 pieces of paper with you at the very beginning. Until you do that, you are not going to succeed. Not in my view. I mean, you might luck out, get a good person on the left, good person on the right. But why depend on luck? And so there it is. It's that commitment of time for that 2 years. That's the most important thing. And what are you doing most of this time? Learning. You're watching one of my videos, watching the company videos, of course, but they're there. But watching one of my videos every day for 2 years, 5 days out of the week. That's 1 hour of your time. That's 5 hours of your week. Yep. I want 5 hours of your time for 2 years every week. So you get to hear my voice and see my face a lot if you want to succeed. Now, I'll be telling you things that Ryan's telling you that I'll be re-emphasizing, but I'll be putting them in my terms. And you'll be watching Ryan's videos because we're going to all work from the same base. And then you will be making those 5 touches a day. Now, if that's too many for you, start with the 1 so you get 5 a week. That'll take you time at 5 a week. That's 25 a month. And it'll take you 4 months to go through your first basic list of 100 people you put together. Okay? How about that? Job description is so important in doing it. And then, you're just placing left and right, but you're looking for that one person you personally enrolled to the left, one person you personally enroll, and then that starts you 5 peg levels. You're the one to start. Anybody that's placed under you and they buy product volume, it's all going to post up to you. You get that for infinite levels, okay? But your 5 PEG levels, your personal enrollment group, is who you enroll and who they enroll. And those points come up to you. That's pretty powerful. Okay, but that starts that exponential expansion. And like I said, if it takes you 12 years for this to work, and everybody's only half as good as you, and you end up with 4,096. But if you add them all together and everybody gets two, you end up with over 8,000. Okay, because it's all additive then. Okay, so you have two and they get two, then you have four. That's a total of six, and then 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 16 is 30, and 30 plus 32 is 62. You see, they're all additive then. But if everybody's just half as good as you get two and they only are half as good as you, then you have two more, and then you have a total of four in your organization. Then you have a total of 8 in the organization, because those four got one each instead of getting two. But exponential expansion is how we succeed. And does network marketing yet? Proven industry. We know it works. And so that's why attitude is so important. Remember, we got to go through discouragement. We got to go through change. We got to go through frustration. We got to fight our way through that stuff. We got to come out. We got to go. We got to do. Going and doing is the only things that bring success. And by doing that, you will start building your belief in this profession, belief in the business building system, and the belief in the fact that you can do it. And you do that by seeing your growth of wealth, your silver and gold accumulation, your wealth accumulation, your security, your extra income, your 1099 tax savings benefit. All of these things are what it takes to succeed, all based on becoming an expert at this. So let's take a quick look at what I posted in the band app with Ryan's script. I just made one big old post. There it is. The bigger post. Let's expand it, make it easy for everybody to see. Now, become an expert at this. Okay? You can use these verbatim. And then you can hook them up to the share links that we have in our back office. You can put their name, like I've taught. Look at my training on how to do the share links. You can look at the company's training. You can look at that. You've got different people training it, but I've got a step-by-step how you do it. I got a step-by-step how you add, tag, and message to it. And so I posted this so you can expand the picture, you can print it out, you can write it down, write your own script. See, if you take this and you write these down or you type them up yourself, you're going to learn them better. Instead of me providing you with the PDF. That's what I did. That's what you need to do. And then you need to use them. You need to practice that. Practice is going through the list and doing that. And a personal phone call is the best. There's nothing that beats a personal phone call. Making this. Now you can do it with text. Okay. You can do it with messaging. That's okay. But if you're going to do it electronically, I suggest you use text so you can get some quicker, faster responses back. Okay. And then, of course, I'm going to move right into, let me share that one more time. Get what I want done here. I got to X out on that to make it small and get to the share links that I'm talking about. You see the share links. Okay. So I'm going to click on the share links. Oh, double click there. Sorry about that. Share links. And notice that I'm these are some of the people I met up in in uh, uh, Montana, and met a realtor up there, does horses. Well, Deborah, she's already watched the real money video that I sent her, and that I met her briefly, got her phone number, did what I just trained on, and she gave me her card. Which one do I send her? I told her I'm going to send her this little 2-minute video, and uh, uh, depending on her interest, we'll take the next step. Well, she watched it. She's ready to take, we text, she's ready to take the next step. So what did I do? I went and I added the wealth strategies video in her name because I want to know. And notice I've got a red bell. That means she's at least clicked on that link. Now, I don't know if she watched it because I told her this is a 23-minute executive summary of what we're talking about to determine your level of interest. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, and I see new unique visitor. So I know she clicked on it. Now, did she watch it all the way through? I don't know because this thing's not 100%, but I know she clicked on it. Okay, so I'm going to give Deborah a call back today. That's my job. So see, I did that with her. Now look at all the others that I got. I've got real money. I've got more people that I've plugged in. I've got things I've sent out. So I'm doing what I'm teaching now. I'm doing it in Pamela's. Why? Well, I've been in 7.5 years. Y'all know I am building Pamela's business, our second in our business family back, leveraging that now because as I build hers, I still build mine. So we build them both at one time by building hers up so I can even get to my next rank. Isn't that pretty powerful? That's pretty cool, isn't it? And so that's the importance of the business family pack. I know I'm putting a lot of different things into this training, and I do it on purpose because we're going to get to specific individual parts as we do it here, because that's what's so important about our trainings we're putting together. And I'm going to give you how to use our multifaceted tools all together so we get more production out of them. That's what you and I are both interested in. More productivity, more success, more people joining our team. So you can exponentiate together with your team. And we're building teams, building teams. We're teaching people how to build teams and teaching those teams how to build teams. That's what we do. Well, I I got to the points that I wanted to share today, and I will make one more screen share, a couple of screen shares as we finish. But I'm gonna go back to the band app real quick because in the band app you're going to see some of the most important trainings. And I'm going to keep you updated with what's happening in the economy and the world. But here's that video, Visions and Dreams. Make sure you click on this link. Now, the link's pretty small, but make sure you click on that link to watch that entire video and play it with your team, play it with your team members, do it as a team meeting. Okay. That's what our Baton Rouge group did when I wasn't at the Tuesday meeting. They watched it together. Uh, and then uh, uh, we're going to do some more testimony. But all of these recent trainings here and information, if you're not up to speed with all the vault trainings and trainings I've done and what Ryan's done, make sure you are up to speed. Now, make sure you're in that event on October 26th, and uh, and hopefully many of you will get the invite for the leadership event on the Friday evening. And if you do, it's going to look like this. And when you get that email that you are invited to that leadership, make sure you click on there and RSVP. Okay. And a lot of people just look at their email. Oh, I got it. I'm going. But this is the people who have earned uh, uh, two $2,000 in a 4-week period. Yeah, $2,000 in a 4-week period, and they get a special invite to this leadership virtual leadership summit on Friday evening, and then the leadership summit for Saturday from 10 to 2. That's everybody. So that's everybody in the company. Even if you just joined the day before, you're still invited to that. And you want to get everybody to that. Just target that October 26th for that. And then, so going to the band app, if you're on the computer, and you go to band.us and you can log in if you've got it on your phone. But you'll go to attachments, and this is where all the attachments are. You hit view all, and you can search for different attachment names. But every attachment I always talk about are always in here. Okay. And 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 you can find any one of them. And they're also attached to the post. So if you're looking for a particular post, it's got attachments in it in the post, and they're also available there. I try to keep them there for you too. Okay, and so I wanted to do that one more time, and I guess I did talk about income, but even if I didn't, I still always have to throw up our income disclosures. And do you know what? I really like throwing up our income disclosure. Y'all know why I like doing that? It's because in our company, people really do make this kind of money. They really make this kind of money. Okay. And I've got the older one up. So son of a gun, but because I don't have our presidential goal incomes in there, and uh, they're quite significant, by the way. And so I clicked on the wrong link, apparently. But you know, most of our people are customers, but there are many of us that want to earn that extra bit of income. So it takes work. And that's what we went over today. It takes work. And it takes, some of the basics. Now, are they complicated? No, they're very simple. They really are. You don't have to have a PhD degree. You don't have to have a college degree. But you do have to learn the right skills, attitudes, and technique. You've got to learn the right words because they work better. Words that work, words that work. And uh, and it takes practice, and it takes practice by failure, and then we have success. I hope you see what I see. I hope this has been very, very beneficial to each and every one of you, and I look forward for helping you achieve the visions and dreams that you have as we work together in 7K. Thank you.